Let's talk a little bit about the key features of variable costing. Variable costing only takes the direct costs of the product being manufactured into account. Other fixed costs are explicitly excluded, so it's only taking into account the variable costs. Now, the information generated using variable costing is more useful from a management accounting perspective in the day-to-day decision-making of a business. And with variable costing, you get certain advantages and disadvantages. Let's start off with the advantages. The first advantage is that if you focus on variable costs, there's a much greater clarity in terms of expense management. And the management team can actually divert a lot of the attention to areas they can control, specifically with regards to expense management. The second advantage with variable costing is you can observe a direct correlation between the costs incurred and the value of each stock item. That's very, very important. The last advantage you have from variable costing is it's far more appropriate for production budgeting and scenario analysis because your fixed costs are excluded and the management team can't really influence the fixed costs. So sometimes we refer to this as flex budgeting. But variable costing also has its disadvantages. First one, it's not in compliance with the accounting standards. So stock has to be revalued every single year in order to make sure that your annual financial statements are compliant with international accounting standards and international financial reporting standards. In addition to that, it ignores fixed overhead costs, which in reality are there. They're very, very real if you are running a business. Also, variable costing does not capture the benefits of economies of scale. A company manufacturing 1 million loaves of bread versus another company manufacturing 100 million loaves of bread, the latter company enjoys certain economies of scale. Those aren't captured when you do variable costing. The last point I want to make, and it overlaps with the first disadvantage, if you use variable costing, it underestimates or understates the value of your inventory because it hasn't captured into that the allocation relating to some of your fixed costs.